Doing numbers like equations. Trench talk. When you jump up off the porch as a youngin' and start posting on the block with the junkies and get it bounced.
What's good, man? Thank y'all for tuning in with your boy being there, Childish Vision, man. We're gonna talk about it, man. Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford, man. That was an amazing fight, man. I already knew it was gonna happen, man. It's different class when it comes to this boxing, man. And Terence Crawford has separated himself from everybody else, man. You know what I mean? Right now, man, I don't know. He right on the floor of heels right now, man. You know what I mean? Being able to win championships in two different divisions, man. Undisputed champion, man. That, man, like the way he was whipping that boy last night, man, that was a goddamn tragedy, man. I was like, good gracious, man. It actually looked like, when you look at that fight, he actually, Errol Spence looked like he just came out of a car accident, you know what I mean? Compared to the other two fights that he had, he looked very sharp, very on point, but then he go against Terence Crawford, and he just looked like he's just a fish out of water, man. Like, he didn't know what to do, man. And then it was crazy, as I'm watching the fight, I'm watching Crawford just switch his stance. I'm like, whoa. I said, this dude was so locked in, it was like crazy. But listen to this, though, man. Terence Crawford, from the beginning of the fight, brought something spectacular, man. Because I, in a million years, didn't think that Eminem was gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's like some other type of rapper was gonna come out, man. He brought Eminem out with the 8 Mile joint. I said, okay. I mean, that right there alone was like, whoa. Like, yeah, Spence be coming with it. I mean, Crawford be coming with a different narrative, man. But it was straight domination, man. They say Errol Spence want the rematch or something, supposed to be like in December or something like that. But I'm like, I don't understand. Like, when we watched the Tyson Fury and Wilder fight, a lot of people said it wasn't competitive, but at least we could say that Wilder knocked out Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Even though people feel like the first one was debatable, and the second one was a domination, and then the third one, of course, Tyson won. But to me, this wasn't even nowhere near a debatable at all. Like Crawford defense was so sharp that he wasn't even able to land. To me, Errol Spence wasn't able to land any effective punches at all. I feel like the whole fight, it was just like execution at the highest level, defense at the highest level, and I was just like blown away because like I seen some of Terence Crawford other fights where he had like let off the gas tank a little bit, you know what I mean, just be playing around. This fight, I felt like he was just shot from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? Even when in the 9th round when he just took it away, you know what I mean? Even though I felt like Spence wasn't gonna stop, you know what I mean, until he was just on the canvas and couldn't get back up. But the way his face was looking, man, I was like, good gracious, man. And I felt like, and every time he was catching them in the, you know what I mean, I feel like that eye, man, it was like, man, that car accident, I'm like, damn. I'm like, how much punishment can this man take? I'm like, if people on his team is suggesting him to take this match again, I'm like, yo, like, I'm just like, bro, like, we gotta call it quit some goddamn way. But like I say, man, each his own, man. But I damn sure won't be going back in that motherfucker. You keep them goddamn belts, man. Fuck that shit, man. That was an ass whooping of a lifetime, man. That's one of them joints where you goddamn. This the crazy thing, right? So Spence is the bigger guy, right? And it's the equivalent of the bully. You the bully. You pushing on this kid. He's smaller. He got the glasses on, and you pushing on him. He don't want to fight you. You keep pushing on him and pushing on him and pushing on him. And this motherfucker throw them glasses off and tee off on your ass. You like, God damn. And he whooped the bully ass. And this what happened last night, man. The big bad wolf, the bully. You know what I mean? He breaks everybody down. He whooped his ass. Like, it wasn't even a close debate. It was like, damn, get this man out of the ring before he get hurt really bad. It was almost one of when Apollo Creed was fighting on the Russian, man. Somebody throw the damn towel in, please. Somebody throw something the fuck in there, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't want to put Spence in no goddamn box, man. God damn. He would say, hey, look, man. Yo, he would tearing his ass. I thought he was motherfucking Rocky in the motherfucking freezer, man. Oh, God damn, them shot, every shot looked like it was punishing, man. Like, every counter, boom, shit was stiff as hell. I'm like, God damn, that shit like a whole brick just hit a nigga ass, man. Yo, that, man, Fuck that rematch, man. I'm going on to other ventures, man. Outside the box, I'm about to play football out this bitch. I'm going to do something else, man. But like I said, he a warrior, man. He said he gonna take it back and see what happened with that shit. I just never seen somebody rematch that got beat like this. Even when I look at the Wilder fight, the second one Wilder got tore up in that one. The first one was debatable, but the third one was a classic. Now, can Spence come back to a point where he can make a classic? I don't know, because the shit was such a fucking ass whooping, bro. I'm just like, damn, nigga. I would be scared to be having a fighter and putting him in the motherfucking ring with the Russian again. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You remember how the Russian beat the fuck out of Apollo, man? That shit was fucking bad, man. You know what I'm saying? And Apollo, no, don't throw in the child. You know what I mean? Telling niggas not to do that. No, my nigga, you got to get out the ring, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, man, that shit, man, we thought Tank Davis catching Ryan Garcia in the liver was crazy. That ass whooping Terence Crawford gave that man was serious, dog. That was serious. That shit had niggas want to close their eyes in the arena, man. Like, goddamn. I ain't never seen that nigga. I'm talking about Errol Spence face looked just like Martin, man. I'm talking about his shit looked like Martin when Hitman Hearn was fucking him up, man. I'm like, this dude's face was bumping up out of nowhere. But Crawford is the smaller fighter. Like, what the fuck happened? But then again, like, the speed that Crawford had was unbelievable, man. Like, he was moving. This how so crazy. Like, when you watching the fight, right? I'm watching Spence throw punches, and I'm just like, this nigga is blocking all these punches and shit. Like, how the fuck can a nigga do that? This nigga is not human, man. I'm like he dodging and blocking them shits, and he's so close to Spence. I'm like, damn, you gotta be at a whole nother speed to be able to do shit like that. That nigga, man, that shit was insane. I've never seen a Crawford fight that clean before. I've seen him whoop niggas' ass, but that shit looked like he was motherfucking thinking about that shit day and night. Day and night, I'm gonna whoop this nigga ass. Day and night, I'm gonna whoop this nigga ass. Like, and it's crazy because when they had the last press conference joint, right, and they kept talking that shit to Crawford, it looked like he was mad as hell. I always say when somebody get distracted with the chaos, maybe it'll throw the fighter off. I think it motivates. Some people get motivated to a point where they lock into it's like that Kobe Mamba type of culture or mentality where they lock into a point where they don't see nobody in the room but you. And that's what happened that night. Every punch that Spence was throwing, that motherfucker seen that shit, and he was countering away. And Spence said he fought one of the best counter fighters that's out there. I know he didn't. I know he the fuck didn't. Crawford is the best, man. This shit, man. I couldn't believe it myself, man. Even though I picked Crawford to win, and I knew his skill level, I have never seen him fight at that level before. It blew me away as a Crawford fan. I was like, damn, nigga, like, what was that shit? Like, the expertise on that shit, like, the defense, the offense, the counter ability, the stiffness of the jab, like, man, I'm like, whoa, it was serious, man. Like, cause each time I compare both of them, I always go back to the Sean Porter fight. And the reason why I do that, because Sean Porter, to me, I felt like Sean Porter beat Errol Spence. Other than that knockdown that Errol caught, I felt like Sean Porter beat Errol Spence, but Errol Spence got the knockdown. Now Crawford fighting Sean Porter, it was no debatables. He whooped his ass. So see, this is why I say it was levels to this shit, because. But even when I seen Crawford fight Sean Porter, I felt like the fight wasn't as clean as he fought Errol Spence. The way he fought Errol Spence, that shit was business. Like, it was no joking. It was no playing. It was no underestimating. It was, I'm going to fuck you up today. Like, this is serious. I ain't playing no games. Like, it was that locked in that you seen. And then it was a point when he first came in the ring, I said, dang. I said, Terence Crawford look a little nervous in there, man. He looked nervous when he walked in the ring. I don't think he ready, man. But this guy showed out and showed the world greatness, man. Wow, that Mambo mentality, you know what I mean? That Kobe Bryant thing, man, where it's like, I'm locked in, I'm ready to go, I'm a winner, I will win, I will not lose, I will not leave this ring without having the victorious victory, man. Man, like they say, man, boxers are one of the best athletes in the world, man. And Terence Crawford showed the world greatness last night, man. It's unbelievable, man. I enjoyed it, man. Even though it was a one-sided affair, man. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker looked like he was fighting an amateur, that bitch, man. I'm like, that dude couldn't. I'm talking about, I have never seen an Errol Spence fight where he couldn't land a fucking punch. No power punches at all. I'm like, he's supposed to be stronger than fucking Crawford. He's the little guy. Crawford, the little guy. What was it, David and Goliath out this month? The little guy's not supposed to win, man. The big monk's supposed to knock him through the ropes, man. How did this happen? So what we saying? The Rocky movies are real? Wow, how did the little guy beat the big guy, man? How the fuck did that happen, man? Not just beat him, he whooped his ass, man. It wasn't even debatable nowhere, man. Damn. I don't think nobody else gonna doubt Crawford ever again. You know what I mean? You know, so now they're gonna be putting his name right up there with Floyd Mayweather, man, the great. You know what I mean? Defensive fighter of all time, man. But Crawford is way different like that. He got the defense, the offense, everything. But then again, you know, Floyd was working with a broke hand most of his later parts of his career. So he probably would have been whooping ass the same way if his hand wasn't messed up. I love boxing though, man. I see Shakur and Devin Haney talking this shit back and forth. You know what I mean? That's gonna be an anticipated fight. You know what I mean? That one I'm kind of confused with. A lot of people saying Shakur, but they were saying Shakur and Devin Haney is better than Tank. I don't believe that shit from a long way. I believe, see, that's another thing. They be underestimating Tank because of his size. Once again, everybody, oh, he bigger, he's stronger. Like, nigga, it's skill and techniques in that motherfucker. You better know that shit. You know what I mean? I still believe Tank is better than Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. I believe Tank better. You know what I mean? I'd have called this fight right here, called the Tank fight right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, I believe Tank better than both of them guys because he got that elite power and he got an IQ and a skill set. You know what I mean? At a high level. You know what I mean? Not quite Crawford level, but is at a high IQ level past them guys. You know what I mean? But Devin Haney and Shakur, that would be good. But I would link. I don't know. That one's kind of confusing to me. You know what I mean? Especially after the last fight with Devin Haney that shit was. Everybody believe he lost that shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That'd be a good fight to see, man. Everybody doing super fights now, man. Ain't nobody trying to be no unbeatable no more. They putting it all on the line. That's what greats do. The only way you're gonna find out if you're the greatest, you got to go against the greats. You know what I mean? If you can't just pick your fights and then run away and say I'm the greatest. You know what I mean? So Errol Spence did an amazing job. Even after the car accident, even Roy Jones was saying like that stuff really did affect them later on in the far as now in their elite fights. But like I said, he did what he could. I'm out.
A will to win a healthy life. All natural products. Come join the new movement, guys. We got products in different categories such as sports, weight loss, beauty, and also household products that's all made all natural. Click the link in the description.
Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit that like button. And when you hit that notification bell, it will always let you know every time that I upload new content.